Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be doing a Toons tier list for the ones that I have, which ranges from boxed in all the way to Toodles. So let's see. So our tier list is going to be on paper because I don't have the tier list maker up. So we obviously are going to have S, and then we have A, then we have B, C, and then we have D, and then F. So let's immediately start with our first Toon, which is going to be Toodles. So I'm just going to put them in the list first, and then I'm going to actually do it. We've got Toodles here. Right, let's see. So, Toodles stats: 3 stars in skill check, 3 stars in movement speed, 3 stars in stamina, 4 stars in stealth, and 2 stars in extraction speed. Toodles has pretty good stats, taking a star from extraction speed to give to stealth. And then Toodles has one ability, which is an active, Beginner's Luck. This Toon can roll for a 15% boost to a random stat that lasts for 10 seconds. Has a cooldown of 25. So, I have some personal opinions about this Toon, definitely. So, although I do think Toodles is an okay Toon, she's definitely not that great. She's okay. She's okay in certain times, mostly for solo runs. Her high stealth does stay with her though. You're not really getting in the way with distractors. Then the extraction speed. What was Blush Crunch thinking here? Her ability really icks me because like only a 15% boost, which is not that much. I think they should definitely make it so that it's 100% or 125 to 125%, and then bring the time that it lasts down to 8 seconds and leave the cooldown at that. With that, Toodles would be definitely bumped up to a C, but right now Toodles is definitely going to be in D. Right, next Toon we have is Tisha. So Tisha has 4 stars in skill check, 4 stars in movement speed, 2 stars in stamina, 3 stars in stealth, and 2 stars in extraction speed. And then Tisha has one ability, which is an active, Tidy Up. This Toon can create a pulse that increases the movement speed of Toons around her by 25% for 5 seconds. Has a cooldown of 50. So, start with her stats. 4-star skill check with 4-star movement speed is really great because I liked how they focused on skill check and movement speed instead of the stamina and extraction speed, because you want those skill checks because it will give you more completions in the machine, won't it? And then stamina, if you have more stamina than movement speed, then stamina is going to be a dead weight stat, so I'm glad that I did that. So I would say she's backup distractor for like commons and stuff when there's a hard main combo, and then she can extract while they're on like early floors, and on later floors she can distract. And then her ability, it's 25% for 5 seconds, and it only has a cooldown of 50, which is pretty good actually. It's definitely good for people being able to get to machines quicker and distractors being able to find twisteds easier. Tisha is definitely an S tier. Right, next we have Tegan. Start stats. Tegan has 3 stars in skill check, 3 stars in movement speed, 4 stars in stamina, 2 stars in stealth, and 3 stars in extraction speed. So it seems like Tegan is built to be a survivalist with her normal extraction speed, higher stamina. I would like if her movement speed was swapped with her stamina, but I think it's still fine. Now on to her only ability, which is an active, Tea Time. This Toon can spend 75 tapes to heal themselves by 1 heart. Has a cooldown of 100. So, before, her ability costed 100 tapes. But now, if you're on a solo run and you get all of the items, finish all the machines, grab all the tapes, and get into and survive and get into the elevator, you'll already be able to afford her ability. But the thing is, from a playstyle point, she's not that great. She can get in the way of structures. She's not good at really anything. She's all over the place. Like, she has 2-star stealth, so is she a distractor? No, because she doesn't have those stats for it. Because her movement speed is lower than her stamina. And then, is she an extractor? Kind of. She has mid extraction. So, I just don't think it's great. I think Tegan goes in B. Then we have Shrimpo. Do I even need to explain myself? Right, I will do it. I will still do it. So Shrimpo has 1 star in skill check, 1 star in movement speed, 1 star in stamina, 1 star in stealth, and 1 star in extraction speed. So 1 star all across the board. Then he has an ability, which is a passive, Bully. Stealth is drastically lower than any other Toon. Only play this Toon if you're looking for a challenge. I think it's obvious where Shrimpo goes. He's meant to be for a challenge. He goes in F. Next, Scraps. Well, let's read her stats. So Scraps has 2 stars in skill check, 2 stars in movement speed, 5 stars in stamina, and 3 stars in stealth, and 3 stars in extraction speed. So, what were Blush kind of thinking? Swap her stamina and movement speed around, and leave the rest of the stats. Her movement speed is a deadweight stat because her stamina is so high, but her movement speed is so low. Either add a star onto her movement speed or swap them around and remove. Remove a star from stamina and swap them. It's all over the place, just like Tegan, but worse because she has a deadweight stat. She's not an extractor, she's not a survivalist, and she's not an extractor. So what is she? A Toon that has no purpose really. And then she has 1 ability, which is an active Crafter Grapple. This Toon can pull herself towards another Toon or machine's target position. Needs direct line of sight, 25-second cooldown. So, I don't understand why you need to go to a machine when you already have worse enough, when you don't even want to extract with her stats. And going to another Toon can save you from some dangerous situations, but then that could get them in a dangerous situation. And then you could be called a griefer. I think Scraps is a really big missed opportunity, by far. And I think she goes onto Toodles in D tier. Right, next we have Rudy. Okay. So Rudy is basically like a starter Toon. 3-star stats across the board. But he has 1 ability which is an active, Antler Charge. This Toon uses his antlers to quickly charge forward in a short burst, increasing his movement speed for 0.4 seconds. Has a cooldown of 23. 0.4 seconds? At least make it 1 or 2. Come on. Then it has a cooldown of 23. Why is it so specific? Make it 15. Because it's such a short burst, it could be a pretty low cooldown. 15, I think, would be best for a cooldown. But if you're going to make it for 1 second, then increase the cooldown by 2 seconds. Certain trinkets, he can be a distractor, but there's definitely other options out there. I think he goes in B tier below Tegan. Next is Roger. Do I even have to talk about Roger? Right, so Roger has 3 stars in skill check, 2 stars in movement speed, 3 stars in stamina, 3 stars in stealth, and 4 stars in extraction speed. At this rate, just making him a starter. Just remove that extra star from extraction and put it onto movement speed. And then he has an utterly useless ability to help the team. Passive. Detective. This Toon gains twice the amount of research from capsules and encountering Twisteds. He does have 1 thing that bumps him up, that keeps him away from F tier, maybe even D tier. He can help people who just started the game to learn how to play, because you've got to learn how to manage your stamina because he has low movement speed. So I think he can go into I think high D. Above, maybe high D. I think maybe low C. Next we have Star, Poppy. Poppy has 3 stars in every star across the board. But she has an utterly useless ability. And we have another utterly useless ability once again. Passive. Ability 1. Passive. Panic Pop. This Toon receives a 50% speed boost for 3 seconds when being attacked. Excuse me, what? This rig just remove her ability, please. There is no point in having an ability like that. We already have 2 stars. Boxton, and then Poppy's the second one. Since Boxton's already an extractor, shouldn't Poppy be a distractor? Or a survivalist? No. They've tried to make her a survivalist, but they haven't done it right. They haven't made her ability right. We'll just change her ability completely. I just don't think she's a good Toon at all. The only Toon that she does beat is Shrimpo by a large margin, but I think he's under Scraps by far. I'm gonna put Poppy in F tier. Next, we have Louie. Louie has 4 stars in skill check, 3 stars in movement speed, 3 stars in stamina, 2 stars in stealth, and 3 stars in extraction speed. But his movement speed does change with his ability, which is a passive, Heart of Helium. For each missing heart this Toon has, they gain 20% more walk and run speed multiplier. At 1 heart, this Toon gains 40% more speed multiplier. His speed is reduced back when healed, so he will get 2 5-star movement speed, becoming a good extractor, distractor, and survivalist. He's able to distract even without his ability, though he would be like Rudy except without a good ability. He's able to extract because of his 4-star skill check. He's also able to survive because of his pretty good stats. Than Tegan by a large margin. But there's one drawback. You have to be on 1 heart to get the full potential. And you have to have certain trinkets if you want to outwalk Twisted Pebble. So 1 wrong move and you're done. So you've got to definitely be careful. So due to that draws him back. And I think he goes into high A tier. Hey guys, sorry for that abrupt end there, but this will be part 1 of the tier list video, and then part 2 will be a bit shorter but will come out soon. Bye! I hope you enjoyed!